A lot of the reasons that things go south, it tends to come down to communication very often. And we misunderstand each other because of poor communication, whether it's relationships or work environment, anything like that. It seems to always come down to communication. Just saw this online in regards to Netflix programming. Let me know what you think here when you watch this video. I think I want it, before I play it, to have an open mind. Not going into this with a closed mind, not going into this with any type of hatred or anything like that. Open mind. What do you think of this video?
Wow.
This is the first place.
This is what they're putting on my kids' Netflix.
Truly be myself. I'm trans, Norma.
Get the fuck out of here.
Let that run one more time so you can see it or hear it.
This is the first place.
This is what they're putting on my kids' Netflix.
Truly be myself. I'm trans, Norma.
Get the fuck out of here.
So I don't know the full context. That's literally all I've seen of this. This is critical theory of gender. I think it comes down to communication and respect very often. If you communicate, hey, this is the representation we've got on TV, you can maybe head off some of the negative comments and feedback. My goal is, if you're going to have representation, to make the programming's got to be great. Make sure the programming is good, and then make sure that the audience is ready. Because my thought is, I would like to see the negative feedback minimized. I talked about this with the first transgender cheerleader. I want to make sure that she is set up for success. I have nothing against her. I have nothing against anybody who would enjoy that programming or enjoy that programming for their children. You've got to prepare parents, and that showed you would have to have a little bit of respect to prepare parents for that. Prepare not just parents, people online. You don't want this going viral online without people knowing. What you would hope for is, if this thing were to go viral online, like you have a show like this, you would hope for, at least me, I would hope that we did such a good job preparing people for it and then giving parents power to control what their children watch, that other Netflix fans would reply with, bro, we knew this was coming. All you have to do is go here and you can change your settings and you can see what you want to see and you can leave your kid with it, and your kid, whatever your kid watches, won't be this type of representation. If they had set that up, that's setting it up for success. Setting it up for when you see it online and you didn't know about it, that most other people did, and they can be the people for you to say, nah, bro, we knew this was coming, whether you like it or not. We're not going to be here for your whining or crying or whatever. All you have to do is change this setting. Or this pop-up comes up, you can change it there. If you want it, you want it. If you don't, you don't. And we keep it moving. That's what we're missing right now. We've got to get back to that. Right now, we've got a situation where there are so many people working for these companies that we don't have balance anymore. Hot Dog Water says they've played the long game and are winning. This started years ago in the public school system. Same thing there. There was no heads up, no preparation, no respect for parents. That's why they had to do that parental rights in Florida. Really what happened is people went home, kids went home, did these online streaming classes, and then parents were like, whoa, what are y'all learning? It started years ago, no heads up really, no prep really, in the public school system, or not enough. Obviously, because if you had done enough, it wouldn't be a surprise. Now those students have grown up to places of influence. They went to school, they went to college. They've grown up to places of influence. They're teachers, media, CEOs, programmers, writers, actors. And then Hot Dog says it's up to parents to stay involved in their kids' lives. It's the only way to combat this. And that doesn't mean to be bad. It's you've got to be able to respect if somebody wants that or does not. That has to be respected. Otherwise, you are being very aggressive. Somebody can say, that's not for me, not for my family, not for my kids, and still be, if they're being disrespectful, then that's out of line. But if they're just saying, that's not for me, not for my family, not for my kids, you do you, I'm going to do me. Last thing is, a part of any religion is evangelizing, meaning you have to spread the word. Somebody in the comments here said something to the effect of, there's only 3,000, or, they just pulled a number out. What makes it worse is there's only a few, is what their point is, a few of the trans people who identify as trans on Earth. But what I had to reply is they're working on expanding that market. That's what this is about. About $1.3 million on average for the treatment program. There's money here. And bigger than that, there's an ideology here. Let me know what you think. Take care.